In this lesson, we are going to have the introduction for the topic Rational Algebraic Expression. Let us recall the polynomials, ano-ano yung mga tawag sa kanila at ano yung mga examples nila. So when you say monomial, example is 2a, it has only one term. When you say binomial, it has two terms combined or connected with a plus or minus sign. And when we say trinomial, it's a polynomial with three terms, and a polynomial, an example wherein we have here a polynomial with four terms. So, ano naman yung mga hindi considered as polynomial, or what are non-polynomials? So, square root of a and a raised to 1/2, wherein a variable that has a rational power is not a polynomial. Square root of a is also the same as a raised to 1/2. And another thing is that a raised to -1 or any variable raised to a negative power is also not a polynomial. So when we say algebraic expression, this is an expression that contains operations, numbers, and one or more variables. So example here, I have here the algebraic expression 2x plus 3. The terms are 2x and 3. So dalawa ang terms niya, considered as binomial. The numerical coefficient is 2, the literal coefficient is x, and the constant is 3. Another example is that we have 4x squared plus 3y minus 2. We have three terms, so this is a trinomial. We have 4x squared, 3y, and -2. The numerical coefficients are 4 and 3. The literal coefficients are x squared and y. We have the constant -2. So what are rational algebraic expressions? So RAE, or rational algebraic expression, is an expression containing a numerator and denominator that are both polynomials. So kaya kanina na-recall natin kung ano-ano yung mga polynomials at hindi polynomials. It is an expression of p of x and q of x in the form of p of x over q of x, where q of x, which is the denominator, should not be equal to 0 para hindi siya maging undefined. So what are examples of rational algebraic expression? First, we have 1 over x if x is not equal to 0, so that it will not be undefined. Another example is that we have a plus 3 over a minus 5 if a is not equal to 5. Kasi pag sinubstitute natin yung 5 dito, 5 minus 5 is 0, the denominator will be 0, and that is undefined. So, hindi na siya rational algebraic expression. So, yun yung kanyang exemption. A should not be equal to 5. And another example is that we have 6n plus 5 over n squared minus 25. So, this is only an example if n is not equal to 5 and n is also not equal to -5. Why? Because when we substitute 5 dito, that is 5 squared, so 25 minus 25, it will become 0. Also, when we substitute -5 here, so -5 squared is 25, 25 minus 25 is 0, so magiging undefined siya. So, ito yung kanyang mga exception. Okay, we also have here another set of example for rational algebraic expressions and not rational algebraic expressions. So, we have here the examples, 5a squared, x plus 3 over x minus 3, or granted that x should not be equal to 3 para hindi mag-0 yung baba. And then also we have here 3x over x squared plus x. Examples for not rational algebraic expressions are 3 over y raised to -3 because we have here negative exponent, c over square root of 2d because we have here the radical sign, 2m over n raised to -3/2 because we have here the exponent -3/2. Kaya siya naging not rational algebraic expression. To simplify the following rational expressions. Number 1, 2x squared over 10x to the 5th power. I-rewrite lang natin siya para madali nating makita kung ano yung mga pwedeng i-cancel. So we can rewrite this as 2x squared pa rin for the numerator. And for the denominator, we can rewrite this as 2 times 5. X to the 5th can be rewritten as x squared times x to the 3rd power. And from here, you can see na pwede nating i-cancel yung mga terms na 2x squared so that we can now have the simplified form 1 over 5x to the third power. Sa taas sa numerator, na-cancel out lahat. So, you're going to write 1. Okay? Next, number 2, x squared minus 1 over x minus 1. X squared minus 1, as you can recall, is actually difference of two squares na pwede nating i-write as the sum and difference of two terms. So, we simply have to get the square root of x squared, which is x, and the square root of 1, which is 1. Pwede na natin siyang i-write as x plus 1 times x minus 1. And then the denominator is x minus 1. So, simplify natin siya by canceling out x minus 1. Okay. So, the final term will be x plus 1. Okay? Next, 5x minus 20 over 9x minus 36. So, pwede natin siyang i-factor out by simply factoring out the greatest common factor of 5x and 20, which is 5. And then, 5x divided by 5 is x. Negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. Over 9x minus 36, the GCF is 9. 9x divided by 9 is x. 36 divided by 9 is 4. So, pwede ulit nating ma-cancel out yung terms na similar sa numerator and denominator, or parehas meron, we have x minus 4. So, that will give us the final answer, which is 5 over 9. Check natin kung naka-lowest term na siya. Yes, it is. 5 over 9 is our final answer. And last, we have x squared plus 10x plus 25 over x squared plus 7x plus 10. So, how do we factor out trinomial? We simply have to think of the sum and product ng mga numbers. So, marirecall naman natin yan doon sa ating factoring of general trinomial. So, here, x squared plus 10x plus 25 can be factored out as x plus 5 times x plus 5. And for the denominator, we have x squared plus 7x plus 10. The factors are x plus 5 times x plus 2. Okay? So, ano ang pwede natin i-cancel out? Isang pares ng x plus 5. And for our final answer, obviously we have x plus 5 over x plus 2. And that's it. Thank you.